In this video, I'm going to work through example 3 and example 4 on one-step equations. Example 3, 18 plus m equals 8. What side is the variable on? The variable, you can see, is on the left side of the equal sign. This is the left side, the 8 is on the right side. So the variable's on the left. What is the problem number, or the number keeping the variable from being alone? Well, when you look at this left side, there's an 18 and an m. So the m is not isolated, it's not alone because of the 18. So the 18 is the problem. It's the issue that's keeping the m from being alone. What is the original operation? Well, the original operation is addition, and the inverse operation is subtraction. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract 18 from each side. The reason why I'm subtracting 18 is because 18 is the problem number, which is keeping m from being alone. So that's what I want to get rid of. And look at this, it does get rid of the 18 because 18 minus 18 is equal to 0. So try to draw a 0 around it when you do a problem like this. Cross it out and we're left with just m. I bring down the equal sign and then I need to take 8 and subtract 18. By the end of your 6th grade year, you are supposed to get really good at using number lines to add and subtract integers. So I made a number line down here for you guys to use. And so what we're going to do is, knowing that subtracting 18 is going to be movement to the left on the number line, I'm going to start at the far right. So I'm going to put the number 8 on the end here. Then I need to move to the left 18 spaces. So I'm just going to count 1, 2, 3 loops, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So this is going to be the number that is my answer. Now, since this number line is not already pre-labeled, I need to put the labels in. So I'm just going to start counting downwards. So this would be a 7 on the number line, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0 I'm going to mark, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, -8, -9, and I land finally at -10. So my answer is -10 because 8 minus 18 is -10. So my answer here is m is equal to -10. Let's take a look at example 4. What side is the variable on? The variable is on the left side. P is the variable, it's on the left side. What is the problem number? The number keeping the variable from being alone. Well, the number that's keeping it from being alone is this 8, because the 8 is on the left with the P. So that's the issue. That's what we're trying to get rid of. What is the original operation? Well, the original operation is addition. What is the inverse or opposite operation? Subtraction. So at this point, we're ready to subtract 8 from each side. Now remember, if we're going to take 8 away from this decimal here, we need to line up the decimals. You might be saying, well, I don't see a decimal on the 8. If you don't see a decimal, it's going to be 0. So you can put 8.0. So I'm going to write down 8.0. I only need the tenths place because the 14.1 only had one decimal place. So the tenths place, that is all you need. 1 minus 0 gives you 1. 4 minus 8, I'm going to need to borrow, but if I borrow, it's just still going to be 14. So I could just take 14 and subtract 8 and get 6. Think about it. If I borrow, look what happens. This becomes 0 and that becomes 14. 14 minus 8 is 6. Oh, and then bringing down the decimal is very important because the answer isn't 61, it's 6.1. Then I need to bring down the equal sign. And then I need to draw 0 around the 0 pair. Remember, if they're both 8s and one is positive and one is negative, that's what forms a 0 pair. So we're left with P. P is equal to 6.1. Since we've isolated P, meaning P is alone, we have solved the equation. Remember, P is the same thing as 1P. Remember, if you don't see anything here, the coefficient is 1. And if the coefficient is 1, we know that we've isolated P. as long as there's not a number like being added or subtracted from P. All right, so we have finished example 3 and example 4.